Hi, this is Micah with Silicon Valley Global News, and I'm here with Oorbit and covering the news at GDC in 2022. And so what I just saw was very exciting, but I can't show you on video. What I can do is interview the folks who are making Oorbit. So I want to let you know, from what I understand so far, is that this is like the Netflix of gaming. It involves a curated platform of really interesting and cool video games that you might see. You know, you get the same kind of like, you know, games you might see on any video games, like really 3D graphics, but it's special because these titles work, well, maybe you guys can explain, these titles you can buy your own assets and bring them into your games. And so you're helping to facilitate a sort of metaverse that includes people being able to own their own assets for their avatars. Do you want to explain take it away? And
sure,
maybe
yeah.
Also introduce yourselves for the folks.
Yeah, I'm Ash. I'm the co-founder and CEO of Oorbit, and
Pooya, co-founder and CTO of Oorbit.
Yeah, and regarding that, the ownership, I think for years there has been discussion of the free-to-play model and downloadable content in games and how we own it and what it means beyond just playing the game and owning some assets. And there's a discussion around blockchain solving this, but we think on the engine level and the game itself, the build itself, there's a lot of technological sort of loose ends that we looked at. And I think on the player side, we want to facilitate having access to many assets across many different worlds, game worlds, and long-term benefiting from that and not having just digital assets that lie around in your gaming profile. So we essentially went into the infrastructure level questions and tried to find answers on how we can facilitate ownership and growth of asset inventories essentially for the player, but also giving access to high quality graphics games that allow for this type of interoperability.
So what I've seen so far though is that what you're doing is very different from what Stadia is doing, different from what Netflix is doing, different from what Nintendo is doing. You're creating your own first-party titles and working with third-party developers, but you're just take it from there. Tell me what you're doing. It's very different from what.
Yeah, we're both cloud gaming fans. Like,
yeah,
we played OnLive when it came out, and that was some of the best experiences that we had. And the reason for that was like mid-work, I wanted to switch to my iMac and be able to play a game quickly and jump out. And we're 90s kids, and we remember arcades, right?
Me too, actually.
Yeah. Midway, right? And what Midway did and Williams Electronics with inventing ways to make games through the actual medium of delivery. So we looked at cloud gaming for years. There's no such thing as a cloud native game. And games were not made for cloud game streaming per se. And the struggle was always to make the streaming of these games feasible. And these games were essentially coming from the console or PC games. And what we decided to do is, first of all, make the medium more scalable and feasible, and also create an opportunity for development, but also through game design, a new type of game that resonates with all types of audiences, communities, whether it's events, whether it's an actual shooter game, it's a voxel-based sandbox game, it doesn't matter, but it has to be formatted similar to the arcade machines, but for the cloud.
Nice. Can you give me some examples of the player experience and what they can expect?
The player experience?
Yeah, tell us what's it going to be like for individuals who are signing up to your service.
Yeah, so they can jump in and out of games with one click essentially, or see what they own with few clicks in one place. That is the most important thing that is lacking from the interactive entertainment experience out there. And a couple of high-level problems that come to mind is that we have to wait for game updates of 20 gigabytes on many existing platforms, and we have to risk buying something that we don't like, and we're not able to test it in a short form, and then casual gaming does not really sort of support the AAA graphics. So a combination of a lot of these in one simplified experience is what we are giving to the user, and yeah.
It sounds like you're promising a lower friction between the user and getting into a game that they enjoy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the problems on the infrastructure level, Pooya can elaborate, obviously. But yeah, we're simplifying a lot of big problems that should happen in the background, and the user should not really encounter them.
Yeah, it's all about like simplifying the whole experience. Now, besides the ease of access to the content that we're letting users to have, it's just that like one of the exciting things that we have is the model of episodic content, where you can come in and like play levels of games or sort of like experiences of like a narrative or a concert, a music concert or whatever it is, and these experiences would be updated continuously without the user needing to download anything or install anything,
because
or like be concerned about like the hardware or whatever it is. It's just that come here, enjoy it, and things are constantly being updated.
And in case people missed it, they will be able to join via their web browser.
Yes, any connected browser.
And you can, it works with gamepads as well. So they just buy the gamepad and have it.
Yeah, well, they can use the device, the sort of controls native to the device, but in the future we integrate with a lot of different hardware, and we have plans to sort of expand on that as well, which we will announce.
So maybe talk about the roadmap for the when and what is coming next.
Yeah, we're aiming for a launch, a limited launch end of this year. And in 2023, we will expand on the number of content, and our partnership program will be open to more developers.
What are you looking forward to in terms of growing future partnerships with other companies who want to participate in your platform?
Yeah, there are millions of Unreal developers, millions of Unity developers. We're open to submissions by smaller companies, individuals that think they want to take these blocks of cloud resources and they want to build for in the long term in an episodic and sort of continuous way, and they can monetize and join a community and economy that we want to facilitate for them.
Great. I think I'm out of questions. It's a really good overview.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.